Hi, this is Fred Cuellar, the Diamond Guy, and I got a question here from Kim, one of our viewers, on the subject of a Tiffany oval Soleste engagement ring with a broken prong. She writes, "Hi there, we purchased our engagement ring in August 2015. On January 18th, 2016, I looked down and my diamond was gone. Upon further inspection, one of the prongs was gone too. I immediately called my local Tiffany store. The manager immediately started defending the store and stating that it must have been my fault. And the store inspected my ring over the next couple of days. They continued to say it was my fault and that my insurance company would have to take care of it. I've been racking my brain and cannot think of one moment where I could have hit the ring to cause this kind of damage. I believe that Tiffany should stand behind their product and replace the diamond and the prong. They are now saying that they wouldn't be able to repair the prong at all. Rather, a brand new ring would be needed. Apparently, my ring was designed for my diamond and they can't just put a new diamond in my setting. I've been doing a lot of research on platinum, and all the research I've done leads me to believe that there is no way I could have done this damage, especially after only 5 months of having the ring on my finger. Can you please provide me any insight on this or any suggestions to come to some resolution with Tiffany's? Thank you so much for your opinions." So Kim, I see that there's 3 questions that are buried inside your big giant question. The first one, and you got to address it, is the responsibility here. There's 3 different ways that I can look at this, 3 different lenses. 1, the ring was manufactured badly, and because of it, it was an accident waiting to happen. No matter what you did, because it wasn't made correctly, the probability that the diamond would come out was very high. So, 1, Tiffany's at fault. They made a bad product. They made something that was a lemon that got through. Second possibility, you were mean to your ring, girl. You hurt it. You damaged it. You busted it. You may not remember it, but yeah, user error sometimes happens. If it's possible that we can blame Tiffany's, it's possible that we can blame you. But then there's a third possibility, normal wear and tear. That's viable. I see it happen every day. It's not a manufacturer's defect, and it isn't a user issue. It's the idea that just through normal wearing it happens. There's an outlier possibility that a perfect storm showed up, you hit it at the right place, at the right angle, and you broke the prong. And let me tell you something else too. This idea that people think platinum is indestructible. Oh my God, nothing's indestructible. Platinum, white gold, under the right circumstances, you can break a platinum prong, you can break a white gold prong, so no. Especially, think about it, it's not very thick there. Now granted, your ring, the Soleste ring, had that halo around it, and that should give it more protection, but no. Nothing's indestructible. Also, you insinuated, and I hear this a lot by the way, you insinuated, well, it was just a few months ago that I got it. I don't care how long ago it was. The reality is I've had cases where a ring I know was totally perfectly made, and the person walked out and the very next day a prong broke. There is no direct correlation between time. Yeah, you would think as time goes on things wear down. But when chaos or randomness happens, it just shows up. And so it's possible a week, a day, a month, doesn't make a difference how long it is. That's not proof that there's a manufacturer's defect. It really isn't. It doesn't really prove anything either way. So, how do we figure out who's responsible, or if nobody's responsible? We'll kind of get to that in just a second. The next thing that you address is the idea of whether or not this ring needs to be remade. And let me explain why. Platinum, the melting point for platinum is extremely high. So if they take that ring, and let's just assume that a diamond existed that perfectly fit, and they dropped it in there, well, if you try to use platinum solder to put a new prong in there, it would damage the diamonds around it, which means you can't. You'd have to use white gold solder. And if you use white gold solder to put the prong in there, now you have an Achilles heel problem where it's just a band-aid fix. It could be easily busted. I wouldn't recommend that. So it does make sense, 1, that any attempt to try to fix the existing prong is not going to have a 100% strong product. And 2, this is assuming you had a diamond that was the exact same dimensions as the diamond you had before. good luck on that. When you make a ring, it's always around a stone you already have. That's the correct way to do it. I'm stunned that people go into stores and they see all this jewelry, oh, I want that setting, and then they force a diamond into that setting that was made overseas in Hong Kong or something like that. Those are the rings that fall apart. So no, you start with a diamond, custom make the setting to that. So since, unfortunately, this setting has been damaged, and two, we don't want to jam a diamond in there that wasn't made specifically to match this particular setting, I'm on Tiffany's side on this one. The ring does need to be remade. So let's go back to the first question again. How do we figure out whether we go back and plead our case with Tiffany or not? Well, the way I would do it is I would get an independent appraiser, look at them and say, hey, take a look at this ring. Is there damage to the halo? Is there porosity in the ring? Do you see a ring that was manufactured poorly, that has a manufacturer's defect? If you do, well, go back to them. Show them the notes from the appraiser and say, he said you made it wrong. That could go a long way. I promise you, Tiffany has insurance, and let that be their insurance person that covers the cost of this instead of your insurance. Anyway, that's my advice. I hope it helps. Have a good day.